Okay.
Over here, by the plant.
And like,
He's gonna think the plant's talking to him. This is great.
and he like looks over and he's like, buddy, I didn't know you could talk. Why you sound like a girl?
I'm not the plant. I was hoping you'd come over though. This is Texas. I'm invisible right now.
All of Texas?
Well, not all of Texas.
Oh my god.
A person. I technically lived there for a very short time. You met me.
I don't need to know your backstory. What do you need?
Well, there's a group of people.
No. Go through the entire back.
A lot has changed in the past 12 hours.
Good God, man! You have a dangle now. I'm not going to fault you for any sort of like thing that you went through. Your body has gone through a metamorphosis overnight. Please, it's fine. You do not need to apologize. And he just kind of looks at you and puts a hand on your shoulder and just like.
You got a dangle.
You were somebody who lived in Texas,
Right.
and then you
It's
took
not
the name
important
Texas?
though. That part isn't important. This is the important thing.
Why would you open with that if
No.
it wasn't
Well,
important?
I was just trying to introduce myself. Okay, so the important thing is there was a group in here, and now there's still one of them, but the others are gone, but they're coming back, and they want to kill us.
Are they from Texas too?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. But the important thing is they want to kill at least one, if not more, of us, and or do serious harm and damage. So, do you guys have rules or like a safe room?
No, we kind of play
Or-
it fast and loose here.
Yeah, I've heard that. So we should just kind of hightail it on out of here?
I mean, you could fight them. That'd be kind of entertaining. No,
Well-
right?
Am I bound to some sort of thing? I feel like the most responsible thing to do is to know, like, before you put on jewelry given to you by a god.
You feel like the most
Well,
responsible thing to do when a god offers you a gift is to be like, well, what
Well,
is
no,
is there a
thank you
user
very
agreement
much.
that
I
we
just-
need to sign here?
I
This
feel
is-
like
I mean, she's very nice, but this is no Banyan, the god of the lions. I mean, he's the king of the beasts.
And as Bubba walks out, he goes, "Hey, man, now I'm gonna get him, turn on. Woo!
Sorry, guys, I speak Bubba. Hey, now, how you doing?
And man, film artificial ball, just put his stuff all the time.
You ain't fooling? Hell, my brother Cletus would love to talk to you.
Hey, man, I'm Terrell from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they'll feel like pretty like people going in.
All right, now sounds good.
I'm just gonna captain code thoughts to just pull this memory out for later. Someone's gonna want to study.
Are you always invisible?
No, I just did this because I was trying to be stealthy. It's not working very well. I can see
No,
that.
because you're still talking.
I know, I have learned my lesson. I haven't learned my lesson. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to do more stupid stuff. It just kind of happens.
Chris and I will be here being honest.
Well,
And for me to say that is a lie.
that's just I will be here.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm very uncomfortable with the energy in this room right now. Welcome to Wanderlust, an exploration of Wildmount. It's me, your good buddy Scribe. And we've got, boy, do we have a great show for you tonight. I can't wait. Oops, says Icky V. No, oops. Everything here is pre-planned. Hi.
Trained actors.
We're all trained professionals,
Well.
just not at playing D&D. We've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We've got a Discord. You should come hang out there. We have a merch store. You should buy stuff from that cool merch store. It's got cool stuff like our good buddy Karma, the logo on there. And to everybody in the chat, you always make me feel so happy. So Icky V, Just FML, Certifiable Scribe, Mason misses you too. I'll speak for her. Icky V, Just Asparagus. Hi. So much love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. You make my heart happy on Tuesdays. And yeah, I love you guys. So let's, speaking of love, let's share the love a little bit. Let's look at these amazing players.
Yeah.
It's kind of our deal, bro. We exude awkward on a regular basis.
How do we talk?
How do performance?
How does you D&D? We've got a really cool schedule coming up for this week. Tonight is Tuesday. We don't have anything going on tomorrow night. However, on Thursday, we continue on with our Apocalypse Then. It's our Lost Isle group, but the crew jumped through a portal and all shenanigans broke loose. So now
You had to rewrite some stuff.
I had to throw away 4 or 5 pages, and now I got to rewrite an adventure that takes place in Neverland during the apocalypse. So it's coming.
I mean, it's not funny. It's totally not funny. It's very
hilarious.
serious.
Friday night, we're going to continue on with our Friday fun shots. I had this idea, and feel free to do a little bit of research. This might be right up some people's alleys. And I'm looking at you, Certifiable Scribe, for this one. This particular Friday fun shot takes place on Gothic Earth. It takes place in the late 1800s. A group of heroes from all around the globe are gathering together in a version of Earth where magic is a little bit more prevalent. They've currently been summoned to Baker Street due to a string of murders that have taken place in England, where a particular killer has been hunting down the ladies of the night. And so this group of heroes is all being brought together to bring forth this particular serial killer to justice. So it's going to be a lot of cool, gritty, dark stuff. I'm very excited, and I love this time period. So yeah, join us on Friday for some good fun times. This weekend we normally don't have anything going on. However, I would encourage you to watch some of the epic streams that are going on with Icky V. Icky V is an amazing streamer, and her group has some amazing games, so I would encourage you to go watch those as well. And I think we have another one-shot coming up, but I can't remember if it's this Sunday.
It is this Sunday.
It is this Sunday, yeah. We got Cheshire's Game Show is this coming up this Sunday. Oh boy. I wrote down some traps and went to the internet and found some traps and some monsters, and it's just going to be a whole cavalcade of epicness. So join us on Sunday for Cheshire's Game Show. It's a little like The Running Man. Anybody seen Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah, it's going to be great. And then we
That's a
come
word
back
for it.
around to Tuesday for Wanderlust. I think that's it. Anybody have anything they want to plug? Anything you want to talk about? No? All right. Once upon a time, in Wanderlust, an exploration of... Icky V, I love that my name was dropped right after serial killers. What? You love it. Once upon a time, in Wanderlust, an exploration of Wildmount, the group went to rescue Cana after the events of a couple of episodes previous, and they did it. They had some candy, and if you listen closely, you can even hear them having a little bit of that candy right now. The group went and met another few individuals that apparently were causing Cana, Silt, and the 4 turtles a little bit of grief. However, through some clever thinking and some diffusing of the situation and some very clever invisible pickpocketing, and some help from their patron, the group was able to not only get Kana's book back, but understand and help the family. Kana, Silt, and the 4 turtles are headed to where the Bright Queen would like them to be, and they have found safety and solitude within that region. The group then, after a bit of exploring and of the house, discovered some magical items, which they can all take a little bit of time, and I'm going to be very generous and say that each of them can attune to those items right now, and you don't have to wait in case there's a battle coming up. And then right now the group is currently headed back to the Cedar Hearth and Home for a much needed short rest before the events of tonight. So, AKV, I'm glad you like that movie. On brand, gonna lurk, stretchy. All right, and I think that's immediately where we're going to pick up. So, heroes, you are headed back to the Cedar Hearth and Home, your place of stay while you've been in Port Damale. Let's say that it's mid-afternoon, going on to late afternoon. It's been kind of a rough day for some of you. And
Have we heard the big boom yet?
have you heard the big boom yet? You don't hear the big boom. I got to play this right. You don't hear the big boom until later when you go
Okay.
to the bar.
Nice.
They were planning on
About
hitting
it.
it tonight, and we had talked about how you guys are all sitting at the bar, and then boom, and then you
Okay.
hear it. So
Okay,
no,
cool.
you haven't heard it yet.
Okay, got it.
Okay. What are we doing? Who's taking a short rest and just taking some
Short
downtime? Short rest.
I'm done with my exhaustion after a short rest. Or is that a long rest?
That's long
No,
rest,
you
Chief.
need one more long rest, pal. So you got after tonight, you should be done with that point of exhaustion and
Okay.
be good. Or you could skip the festivities tonight and just be like, I'm gonna call it early. Like,
Watching. No.
no, don't do that. Okay. Everybody else, you head back to the Cedar Hearth and Home. You see a few individuals that are geared and up outside of the giant hearth, that is known for the Cedar Hearth and Home. And you see another few individuals that just seem to be coming and going outside of the area. What are we doing?
I'm gonna stick near the hearth, listen to some stories from the hunters.
Yeah, tell you what, pal. Give me a percentile dice,
Cool.
just for fun.
Alrighty.
See if you hear any cool stories.
99.
99. Ooh,
99.
I gotta give you something with a 99. Yeah, a couple of them start telling stories. I'll tell you what they do. They tell you of a pretty cool island that they want to go to at some point in their travels. They don't get into the specifics of it because they're being very wary of listening ears and things of that sort, but supposedly the place is just chock-a-block with white dragons. They call it home, and very few people go there and are able to share the events of what happened, but if you stay on the outskirts of the island, you might be able to pick off one and then just make a fortune off of the alchemical ingredients involved with the dragons and things of that sort. Some more talk of the Hunters Guild, the sort of elusive...
Silver collar.
The silver collar, yeah. And, it's... Give me an insight check.
Alrighty. That's a 2 on the die.
2 on the die. Yeah, they seem totally into it. They seem, this is your place to be, this is the VIP ranks, and you don't pick up any fine details from it, but just the stories alone, you're able to sort of kick back, and after a while, you come across as one of their own, and they sort of throw back details to you for stories and things of that sort. What about you, Ulvar?
Are there any dragonborns in this place? At least in the space?
Other
from, yeah. Like,
other than
behind-
Elatrion?
Yeah. Or at least, like, when we were off, or we had gone from the house to the Cedar Hearth and Home.
Not at the Cedar Hearth and Home. You've seen very few Dragonborn stay here at the
We've
Cedar
seen,
Hearth and
like,
Home.
3
Would you say
total.
that I've seen some?
You've seen
Yeah,
3
absolutely.
total. Elatrion, the
Perfect.
dude that was with the Clovis Concord, and the dude with all the slave collars that turned into armor.
Perfect. So I've seen them. That's all I need to know.
If you want to go sit outside and Dragonborn watch, you are welcome to do that.
Well, I just really want to go talk to Elatrion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, you head over towards Elatrion. Aelin, what are you doing?
Aelin is going to go up to the bar, order a jug of wine, and then go to his room, and sit down cross-legged with the full jug of wine and the fat penguin statue.
Give me.
It's gonna be an evening, all right.
Give me a charisma check.
He was really focused on what he was doing.
Sure.
So he wasn't very.
I cannot stress this enough. This place does not have a bar.
Okay.
But I think Aylin's of the intelligence enough to be able to walk up to the bar and be like, "I'd like a jug of wine, please." And like, "Sir, we sell shoes here." Like, it's just you head up towards the front desk, and your charisma is just not up to stuff. You don't get a jug of wine.
Okay.
But if you have any other alcohol on your person, I'm sure you could head out.
I do now.
You do now. You could sit with some wine and.
No, I'm not going to do that. I would just go up to my room and spend some time with the fat penguin statue.
I need what I guess is a meditation check. What's your spellcasting ability modifier?
Wisdom.
Yep, D20 and add your wisdom to that, please. No proficiency bonus.
Yeah. So 10 on the die, 6 is my spell casting, so 16.
6 cannot be your spellcasting ability modifier.
I'm sorry, 4.
4
Plus 4.
4 is a much more.
I was looking at the spell attack
Yes, that is
modifier, I'm
definitely
sorry.
a number that you could use. No. Yeah. So you spend a little bit of time with a 14, I guess. With a 14, you start to spend time with your fat penguin. You sit down. You think about all the intricacies of your fat penguin, and you spend time just there with it. After a while, the fat penguin, you would become attuned to your fat penguin,
Yes.
and learn all of the intricacies found therein. The fat penguin is not indeed a figurine of wondrous power or a wondrous figurine. The fat penguin instead is something much more fun. The fat penguin will form a mace. Suitable in your hand or any such weapon, but you only get one time to choose. So you're going to choose the form of this weapon, and it's not a magical weapon that you continually like. Tomorrow I'm going to use a spear. Like no,
Okay.
You decide the form of the fat penguin. You need to give the fat penguin an activating word, and then every time you use that particular activating word, it will transform from whatever it is the
Penguin to
statue
weapon.
form to that.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
It does. I have to do some research.
Okay, to decide what kind of weapon you want it to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit of time. Yeah, so you're resting.
I'm taking a short rest. Can I talk to someone while taking a short rest, or do I need to be?
It's usually a bit of quiet time, but I would let you talk to somebody during a short
Okay.
rest.
Just because of all the stuff that happened in his tie to this dragon guy, I wanted to share
I'm so popular.
what was being yelled in the streets with Elatrion.
I'm going to give you 5 or 10 minutes of your short rest to talk with him
Okay.
before there's a knock on the door from Ulvar. What are you doing during this time?
If I attune a cloak, I can take off the cloak without it becoming unattuned, as long as it's not like too far for too long, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Then I'll be attuning the cloak of elvenkind I got.
Okay, absolutely. You take a little bit of time.
And I'll make sure to grab my cane for before we head out.
You got it. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I wanted to share. It might not be important, but you were talking about the Myriad, and oh, by the way, the guy that you were really mad at, that you were fighting, he's dead. Also, yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry because he was kind of an ass.
I'm not sorry either.
But,
I wanted to, not that I wanted to do. I just, yeah, okay.
He was killed by his own people, if that helps.
That's weird.
I mean, they were really mad at him.
Why?
They kind of blamed him for me. Oh gosh, it's my fault. He's dead. Anyway,
Yeah,
I
high
hadn't
five.
really processed this whole thing yet. Yeah, I stole the thing and then I took off, and then the guy who was in charge thought that the guy who beat you up stole the thing,
He didn't
but
beat
he
me up.
didn't.
First of all,
Oh,
I
sorry.
hit him.
The guy that tried to beat you up but unsuccessfully beat you up. Right. He thought that he stole the thing that I stole, and then he died. So,
All right, I guess that's not.
but then his boss afterwards was like, the Myriad is here and we're gonna take over and we're all out in the open and all this stuff. Like, we're rebuilding, and it was all very ominous and very yelly across the street. And I feel like it was a little awkward. But I was also taking off and I was invisible and I was trying not to get killed.
So he just announced this to the whole world?
Yes, he did. To like the whole street.
That's
Yes.
strange.
Why is it strange? I mean, I know they're supposed to be like hiding and stuff.
Yeah, the Myriad works because it doesn't ever like let people know that it's there. That's not standard operating procedure.
Wow, should I ask how you know standard operating procedure for the Myriad?
I mean, once you travel as much as I do, you start to become a little familiar with things.
Oh, okay. I was just implying that you seem to know an awful lot. But also I trust you, so it's good.
That's good. I
Okay.
trust you, so.
Well, yes.
I mean, but yeah.
Okay. Well,
I need to send a letter tomorrow. Do you want to go with me?
absolutely.
Great.
I mean, assuming my brother hasn't killed me,
I don't
but
think
he
he.
probably won't.
Well, he might. He
Well-
seems like the kind to accidentally kill somebody.
Oops.
Oops, they're dead.
Oops, a corpsey.
Well, we have a lot of people with healing talents.
It's my
Yeah, like, we
favorite
will
show
like
on
it.
Cartoon Network.
Same.
There's at this beautiful awkward conversation. That's like two kids in band class having a conversation about their likes and dislikes. There's a soft knocking on the door.
Gonna open the door.
Hello.
Yeah, Ulvar's out there.
Hi.
I did not imagine there'd be two people in here.
Well, we do share a room.
That makes the most sense. Let's remember. Can I speak to you in a little bit more private matter?
Yeah, she's gonna take a nap. Do you want to grab a drink?
I don't feel that.
Great!
Wow. Fast forward in time.
You can mark down a short rest and roll any hit dice that you would like to roll, Zerathina.
Yes.
I'll do that.
Yes. Okay.
The two of you head out of the room and head towards the Cedar Hearth and Home main area.
What's that?
So, it has come to my attention. This is more part of, I don't know, looking around a little bit. You don't have a tail like the other ones do.
I mean, some of them do, but some of them also don't. Actually, the majority of us don't. So,
Oh, of the ones that I've seen that had a tail, and I don't see that you have one.
no, I don't.
And why is it that you don't have a tail? Are you different kind of different breed of
Yeah.
kind?
Yep. That's how that works. There's two of us. There's two main ones of us. So,
And which of the two are you?
Ravenite. That's
And are you born without no tail?
yeah. We're born without tails.
Oh,
So we're also a little bit bigger and like tougher than the other ones. They're kind of puny and irritating.
oh, okay. I do.
They do like they naturally are a little bit more magically inclined, but like trust me, I got it. It's fine. I understand magic perfectly.
Well, just as well, because I was getting a little bit worried that you did not have a tail, and I could not figure out why. And now I'm glad that it is more because you are magically inclined, and hey, you got this, like.
Exactly.
That
Now
you
you
have this
understand.
kind of dragon ball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like the two, the other ones are the Drakenbloods, and they are the worst. They how long have you been around?
Well,
Like how old are you? That's what I mean.
Oh, I've lived here about 100 winters.
Okay, so almost 20 years ago, there was a breaking down of what was, I suppose, our culture or their culture. I don't know. The Drakenbloods enslaved the Ravenites for a long time.
And we haven't ordered anything yet. We've just got to the bar.
I cannot stress this enough. There is no bar within the Cedar Hearth.
I was just trying to get her a nap.
A table.
I was just trying to get her a nap.
There is a little
Like,
table
are we sitting at a
off to
table?
the side. Give me a charisma check, both of you.
That didn't go nice.
Making mental note to ask to go to the bar at the Cedar Hearth and Home later.
That is going to be a...
Galen decides to become a barkeep and create a bar. At the Cedar Hearth and Home.
I-
Story over.
I appreciate doing that.
You guys have fun adventuring. I found my calling. Slinging drinks. 8. 1. Both of you do this thing that you've seen random hunters do, where you take your cups and you hold them up, and then like somebody will come by with a flask and pour a little bit in. Does not work for either of you. Like it does not both of you hold a cup up while you're having this conversation and just continue to hold the cup up during the conversation the whole time, and like everybody kind of looks at you, and one guy like comes by. One guy accidentally bumps you, and you drop the cup and it breaks. So it just doesn't work.
Right. Well, the one tag that Uber would catch on was slavery, and he's just gonna throw his glass down to the ground just in
Well,
disgust.
Thank you. Mine was an accident. I didn't.
No, but
you didn't have to do that.
Yes, but I guess I'm a little bit confused because I do not understand why. So you are a slave. You do not seem like.
I'm not a slave.
But you said you were a slave. Or perhaps...
No, they enslaved my people. That was about 20 years. I'm only 14. This was like 20 years ago.
So, why would they enslave? You guys seem so built, so put together, so strong.
Well, like, if you're gonna build the back of the nation on somebody, or build a nation on the back of somebody, you probably want to grab like the tough ones and build on them. I assume. I don't know. My parents don't really talk about it very much.
I'm so sorry that this had to be a part of your life. That you had to be a part of this enslavement, whether your generation or another. I'm really sorry. No person should ever have to be enslaved for no reason.
It's true. Thank you. You seem very adamant about this.
It was a long time for me.
Oh, okay.
But that's not the case anymore.
Well, I'm glad you're here now.
And I'm glad that you are also here, and without your tail, because then people who did this to you can, I believe the term is shove it.
I think that's correct, yes.
I've learned this.
Perfect. I love it.
And he's gonna walk away. Go back to his room. Thank you.
Great.
Bye.
Watched all this from the fireside. Just like, that was a weird conversation.
It was. So anyway, I'm hunting this bear, right?
Yeah, no, please.
Tell me about the bear.
Was 8 foot tall? But
No, 11.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the bear. All of you take a little bit of time. After about an hour's time, hour and a half, you all meet up. Are we taking any sort of spells that are being cast? Are we waiting until we get there?
Well, I'll definitely.
I'll mage armor when we get there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all take off. Is everybody going to the bar tonight? Yes. All right. It's fight night. Okay. But unlike some of the pretentiousness of the casino and things of that sort, as you head towards the docks, anybody here ever go to like First Fridays or something like that? Okay. So this seems more of a cultural thing. As you guys head to the docks, it's still dirty and dingy and things of that sort. However, it's fight night. So the streets are crowded, and it's kids and adults. Not all of them pouring into the bar. A lot of the food vendors and stuff like that you've seen close up during the day are open now at night. There are some individuals that are selling you see a couple of gnomes off to the corner that are selling these little like light up doodads and children's toys and things of that sort. And you realize suddenly that like this time of year is a huge boon for the economy of Port Tamale. People are coming in for the God's Brawl, they need stuff to do. The more and more people come in, the more they are looking for stuff to do. They're looking for a nightlife. And this is what it's there for, a nightlife. You see some odd vendors along the way that are just selling all sorts of wares and bits and baubles and things of that sort, with all roads ending near the bar. As that space that you saw, this once sort of very quiet, like desolate bar, has been transformed. No one, I repeat, no one is stepping into the large circle drawn on the ground. It's almost as if there's an invisible force field up, and everyone knows not to step into the circle. But what you are greeted with is a second floor that was not there when you were there this morning. You see what looks to be floating platforms that overlook the area of like looking down. That are these bits of wood that are slowly, very slowly, revolving around the room. Individuals are like climbing up and like climbing to the edge, or some are like sitting cross-legged and they're up there chatting and talking, while others crowd this bar. You would see the barkeep that you saw from earlier. You would see a female barkeep behind as well, but the place is packed. It doesn't smell great. It's a lot of individuals that are just sort of like cramped and packed together, but drinks seem to be flying. People are already starting to talk. Who is the first one to enter in? Give me an order. Okay, 1. Okay, 2.
Fall behind Zara.
You're falling behind Zara.
Yeah.
3. When you come into the bar, immediately everybody kind of stops talking and they look over at you. And then everybody collectively looks at the bartender, and he looks and he just nods his head once. And you see a few people taking out notebooks. You see other people kind of sizing you up, and they just start trying to get an insight of who you are. You know what I mean? They've seen a poster representation of you, but they're trying to get a feel for you.
All right.
You're aware of it. I'm not going to do anything to hide it. You're very aware of that.
I've got my cloak on, and I'm holding my cane.
Okay, yeah. Are you walking with the cane?
No.
You're just holding
I'm just holding it.
Okay. Who's next? Zara. Same thing happens with Zara. As Zara comes into the bar, you would see the same thing. Everybody looks to the guy, and he nods his head, and everybody turns to look at you, Zara, and they just start studying you up and down. Some people take out notebooks, and they look like they're doing like sketches and stuff like that. They're still drinking and talking, having fun, having these little private conversations, but there are people appraising you. Would that change how you do anything?
No, I'm walking in. I'm looking as confident as I can.
Okay.
Cocky almost.
Cocky? I was going to say strength or charisma. This feels more like a charisma. Intimidation or performance or...
That was a nat 1.
You come in, you're looking cocky, and then like somebody as a practical joke, like runs in front of you and kneels down, and you trip over them and kind of face plant on the ground. Everybody bursts out laughing, and then a few more people are sort of appraising him a little bit better. Like more people are kind of studying him now.
When I win this, I'm gonna make so much money for people.
Yep. So everybody's at the bar now. There's a new clientele in the city, and I feel like I need to make you aware of this because you would have noticed this a little bit more closely. You're aware that this is a bar and that this is a tavern, but you're not sure how many people could actually sleep and fit here in this area. While you're here at the bar, you would see a small child kind of run by and hand you what looks to be a slip of paper that had something like that. He's handing it out. You ever been in a big city and you just get a flyer or something like that? You would get a little flyer for a traveling caravan inn. And it's actually called Wars Traveling Caravan and Inn on the outskirts of town.
2 R's?
2 R's. It looks to be like you go and you rent a tent, your food is taken care of, you get safety, and it is this traveling inn right on the outskirts of town.
Okay. I was going to ask if Aelin might have any knowledge of this name.
Actually, give me a history check.
Because of his traveling.
Give me a history check, please.
Very good. It was 18 on the die.
You are very familiar with war.
It's with 17 because I have a -1 history.
Because War is one of the biggest guys you've ever come into contact with. And he sort of does this thing where it's essentially a traveling sanctuary. Doesn't matter what you've done, doesn't matter who you're running from. If you join up with
War's band,
you're when you're here, you're family. All right.
Oh my God, he's Olive Garden.
People that ran away from people that listen, I got to quit the circus. I'm going to go here. Sometimes contemplated going with War. They'd still do the same amount of shows, but it's not a cult. It's more of a following. Like we take people. We'll take anybody. Runaways, abandoned soldiers and things of that sort. So, yeah, now I want breadsticks.
Same.
Yes.
Same, it could be same.
Yes.
Sounds so weird.
Yeah. So you see individuals there that seem to be representing or repping War's traveling caravan, hotel, hostel, on the outskirts of town. Okay. Cool.
Does it look like this thing is starting like really soon?
You don't know. Right now, the drinks are still kind of flying. He did mention like sundown. That's when things would start to kick off. It gives you a few minutes, maybe 30, 45 minutes before the sun goes down.
What does the price range of the people in the bar look like? Do they look like people that are living off silver or like tens, hundreds of gold?
No.
We're in the copper district there, kid.
Give me
I mean, that's fine.
They trade pebbles.
Fly casual. Give me a perception check, please.
Perception's going to be 17.
A 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Most of the individuals that you see, salt of the earth, copper, silver.
Stockworkers.
If you start bandying around gold, you're going to make a lot of friends really quick.
Gotcha.
You're gonna lose a lot
Some
of gold
them
really quick.
You're going to lose a lot of gold really quick. These folks are here because they work hard, and after a long day, they've got money in their pocket, and they're working to put money back into the bar so that they can go to work tomorrow to put some money back in the bar and chill and relax. There is, with a 17 at a private table, one of those like floating wooden platforms, you see a dude. Okay, this guy is sitting up on the platform, and he looks loaded. He's not quite as big as the guy that you saw at the casino, but he looks very like just genuine. He's half orc, but he's short on the half orc side of things. So much so that you can't tell if it's green skin and he's just humanoid or what. Like, and you would especially know this. Like, he's also one of those body types that looks. You can't tell if that's fat or muscle, or maybe a combination of both. It's fussle. But the dude's got a gaudy hat on his head with a big long purple feather on it. He's got a bag that he seems to be like connected to. Like he's not letting go of it as he chats up a pretty little like blonde that's over there talking to him, and she's like sitting in front of him. And he's talking to the pretty little blonde and stuff like that. And at one point, one of the kids gets bold and goes over and tries to like grab the bag. And without breaking eye contact with the blonde, he's sort of talking with her. He reaches into his pouch and pulls out a little like glass container and throws it behind him without looking, like no scopes it. When he does, it hits the kid square in the chest, and the kid is gone. Like the kid just disappears. She looks a little aghast, and he goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The platform has already moved at this point because it's slowly revolving, and the kid just shows up in midair and falls into the crowd. The crowd catches him, but at the meantime, he just kind of looks down and smiles, and everybody claps. And things of that sort.
I'll go over to the bar and talk to the bartender then.
He's going to sort of push aside people to make room for anybody here at the party. Is you ready?
Yeah, I had one question first.
Okay.
Who's the guy over there? And I'll point at the half-orc.
He goes, he's a fighter. We don't talk about the fighters.
Cool.
My question was, how can I make sure that my brother doesn't die? My question was better. Are there people who can heal? I might really beat him up.
Yeah. He whistles. He whistles, and from behind the bar, hopping up on top of it, boop, is what looks to be a little bird person. They kind of like ruffle their feathers a little bit, and say, "Not die."
And the bird's going to heal him? You're going to
No,
be healed by a bird?
You're going to be healed by a bird.
You're going to be healed by a bird.
See?
See? And he goes, this is Doc. Say hello, Doc. Hello, Doc. And he goes, Doc keeps our fighters alive.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Thanks, Doc.
I'm ready.
Doc goes, thanks, Doc, and like hops back behind the bar, and just you see Doc kind of like hopping around the bar and things of that sort. He goes, give me a few minutes and I'll announce you. What do you want to be called?
Oh, crud, I'm really bad with names. Are you going with your real name?
Yes.
Okay.
That way, when I win, people know who won.
Wow.
Charisma.
Slightly chokes on my trust.
My name is Zara, Slayer of Janus.
Zara, Slayer of Janus.
Yes.
Dev.
Got it. There's a couple of
I
minutes.
might need to change my name a little.
Too late.
Too late. He keeps walking. He goes,
You goofed.
Are there any of the floating platforms still open?
yeah, I'll say there's one platform still open, and
Climbing up?
yeah, with that look, he kind of goes and he goes, "These are all your people."
Yes.
All right. He goes, "That one's yours," and he kind of points to a platform that overlooks
Exchange?
the area and things of that sort. And he goes, "You guys want to use the deck?
The deck.
The deck of duels?"
The deck of. What's the deck of duels?
And Doc hops back up, and Doc has a skull, like a little human skull, and opens the top of the skull. And when they pull back the top of the skull, there's a deck of cards, like sticking out of the top. And he goes,
Deck of duels.
"Deck of duels." He's like, "Choose, one may enter." And you, bartender kind of stops Doc, and he goes, "It's a deck of cards. The effects last a minute. It's good for duels. It's not super powerful enchantments, but depending on what you draw, it's either going to hurt or help you in the fight. The chances are higher for it helping you, but it keeps things interesting."
Okay.
Tell you what, he goes, "You guys are the first bout of the night. You might encourage the other groups to do it. If one of you draws from the deck to kick things off, I'll let the rest of them drink for free tonight."
I draw a card.
I'll also draw a card.
I'll let them drink for free.
I drew first. I was afraid that.
So you're not
Taylor
even
puts away his
fighting.
alchemy drug.
Kids, welcome to the deck of dueling. This is a magical item that I have created. You will need to get your deck of cards that you should have with you. And basically, each card is going to have a different magical effect to the dueler that will last a minute. Okay, so once the fight starts, it'll kick off, okay? Go ahead and shuffle those decks up really well as he
I'm so
walks
excited for this.
over to the center of the arena, and he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, the first fight of the night. Are you bloodthirsty? Yeah! Are you ready to see some violence?
Yeah!
Are you drunk enough?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
And everybody points up at you, and people are like screaming and stuff like that. It's like, and do we have a treat for you, both contestants? I repeat, both of them, Dev and Zerafina, Slayer of Janus. And everybody in the bar turns to look at one guy in the back who just looks real confused as his buddy like taps him and was like,
Did you die?
"Do you know her?" It's like,
Did you die? Did you die though?
I'm leaving my cloak and cane with Simon.
do you like throw it up dramatically? Is it a
Oh, yeah, please
No,
do.
I'm
Please
just
do.
handing it to him before I enter.
When you guys make your way over towards the room and then you hand it over to him, you see as the elven girl behind the counter that's been helping sling drinks will reach a hand outward, and those floating platforms will just make it so that the span of the arena, you can still watch and it's still rotating, but the span of the arena is there. Okay? And you can look down. He goes, "All right, here's what we can do." He goes, "Your first bout, we can go to knockout, we can do 3 touches, or we can go to blood. So you can go to knockout, which is 0 hit points, 3 hits, after the first 3 attacks land, like whoever lands the first 3, blood is half of your hit points.
Knockout?
Knockout.
Knockout.
Yeah.
The crowd goes nuts.
What do you have the other one?
Just tap the cane in approval.
Doc will hop forward and hold up the little skull, and everybody kind of looks forward. Now, here's the deal, kids. Heart, club, spade, diamonds. Okay? Heart is going to affect hit points. Club is going to affect your attacks to hit or not to a hit. Spade is going to raise or lower your base stats for the scope of the fight, and diamond is going to change your damage that you do, or the damage that you are particularly vulnerable to for the next minute.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So how many are we drawing?
It is up to you.
Oh.
52.
Full hand.
Everything
5
evens out.
cards. Draw.
I hit mage armor.
Mage armor
as well.
Mage armor. Okay. How many cards you drawing?
Starting hand is 7, right?
Knowing that if you draw like conflicting cards, the last one drawn supersedes it. So you can't go like, ooh, I'm going to take the resist. No. The latest card you draw is the one that fits. If you draw a heart and a club, you're fine. But if you draw a heart, 2 hearts, the last one you drew.
All right. I'll draw 1.
Wow, that mage armor brings me all the way up to an AC of 13.
Good luck. I'll draw 1.
Okay.
I'll draw 1. No, he drew 1. I'm drawing 2.
That's right.
Okay. Awesome, I'll let you go first. You feel the subtle magics take hold.
9 of hearts.
The 9 of hearts. Whew. Okay, pal. You need to subtract 4 hit points to start off this battle. Okay, so you're starting at a deficit. That's
fine.
subtle magics kick in, and he shows the 9 of hearts, and everybody goes, ooh, and you just see, he kind of slumps a little bit, like he looks a little drained. He's still got plenty of...
See how I didn't even do anything, I already hit you.
She said.
I know.
Zerafina.
That's a terrible idea.
Slayer of Janus.
First one with a blank card.
You die.
The avatar of death appears and just takes your soul.
Your own future.
Oh crap. It's a 2 of... It's got symbols on it and I don't know what the symbols mean. That's diamonds. That's hearts. Okay, that's...
It's gotta be clubs.
It's gonna be clubs.
That's clubs.
Yeah, that's
Two
a
of
spade.
clubs?
Okay, it's clubs, yeah.
You have a +2 to any roll that you want to make. That's an attack roll.
Just
to
a
hit.
1-time +2?
A 1-time +2 in the course of this battle.
Okay, and it's to an attack.
To an attack. It
Okay.
cannot be to a save. It cannot be to anything. You've got a +2 to an attack.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the second card is a... Also clubs, 6 of clubs.
So never mind.
Yeah, you've got a +6 that you can divvy up.
+6.
No,
2.
you've got a one-time. You've got
Okay.
a one-time
To
attack.
an
You can add a
attack, okay.
+6 to it.
Cool.
Okay. There's a you came across not bad here. Like people were kind of wishing for blood here, but when nothing bad happened, they were like, huh. You guys are split apart to the outer edges of the circle. We are going to have something along the lines of morale checks after you two go. Whoever the crowd is rooting for, it may grant certain boons. We're going to go with like how the crowd is feeling. So heroes, in fact, everybody go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Cool.
Nat 20.
All right.
1. At least we know there's a floor.
All right. Aelin, you're going last. You're still outside the bar. Guys, I'm at the Barnes and...
I'm still sitting in my room looking at the penguin going, what do I want to make? What am I doing?
You're so fat.
Penguiny.
You're fat, so I feel like a club.
I'm going to try to refresh.
You've got a beak, so I feel like a sword. But you're fat.
Spiked
Club
club.
sword. Penguin!
Hi.
I'm just gonna beat you with the penguin.
I think I'm going to leave it a penguin. That's not a... Okay.
Apparently DDB has not refreshed since I rolled those hit dice, so I'm at 35, but the DDB little like overlay thing is still showing 15.
I'll fix that.
Wow. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see
See if
how it
it
works
pays
out.
I just tried refreshing DDB.
20 to 25.
Adjusted 20.
Adjusted 20 for Simon.
And you had a
I
26.
had that 26. It would be mine.
26, of course. In a fight that means nothing.
This fight is for pride.
20 to 15.
19.
Ooh. Deb is going first.
Oh, okay, this is getting thrown away for right now.
Deb, 15 to 10.
I rolled a nat 1 and a 2.
No 15 to 10. 10 to 5. 5 to 1.
Yeah,
Got you,
that'll be a
Still
2 for me.
Did you even show up to
Sarah.
fight today? Or you...
Apparently not.
I'm putting my gold.
What about you, Alatrion?
Sorry, I was looking something up. 19.
Ooh, 19. Okay. I'm gonna
Sorry.
put you.
That's on me.
AKB just cheered 250 bits
Wow.
per day.
Deb for all the songs.
Come on,
Salt
Hell
Lord,
yeah.
Salt Lord.
Hell yeah.
All right, kids. This battle kicks off. You are in a big white circle, the sort of in the ground. Nobody has crossed over the threshold yet. You guys walk across the threshold, and we'll say that this particular circle is what's a good, decent-sized pit arena? Like
Inside a bar?
No,
Inside a bar?
20, 25 foot.
20.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
even more than that.
I would do 20.
20. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you guys are up close. Okay. But the ceiling, I'll put this at a.
What's the radius of the? You said 20 foot
It's a
radius.
10-foot radius, 20
10
foot diameter.
I'll
Oh,
go-
10 foot radius, 20 foot diameter, and then
I'll
what's the
do.
height
How
of the
about this?
ceiling?
I'll make it a big bar. I'll make it a 20 by 20.
Okay, 20 foot circle, and how high is the ceiling?
20. 20 feet up in the air.
Okay.
This guy was huge on 20s. This guy, like, his
He's a
favorite number, he's got a
Huge
tattoo.
fan of icosahedrons.
Yes, such a fan. If you looked at the bar from up top, it looked dirty. Dev, you are up first, sir.
All right. Don't die too quickly. We want to put on a good show. And I'll cast Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
You don't want to kill her off.
Hellish rebuke.
Well, hang on.
Has to hit
I know
first.
he's gotta hit first.
He's got
but-
to hit first.
All right, so that's going to be a adjusted 20 to hit.
Yeah, that just barely hits.
Okay.
All right.
With my AC of 13, yep.
Yep. Okay. Let's make this poison.
I'm not resistant.
That's
to
going
poison.
to be.
How about fire instead? Fire would be good.
Can't pick fire on this one. That's going to be 13 poison.
A dripping green globule of poison goes flying across the space and hits Zeraphina hard in the chest, seeping into her armor. You take this big whiff of poison. Zeraphina taking 13 poison damage. And with that, you need a dex save, please, Deb.
15.
Me, dex save?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a 2 on the die, so I'm gonna miss that.
Okay, so that's a hellish rebuke.
Can I hellish rebuke that back?
That would be your reaction.
I'm sorry, what?
That's a really good question, pal.
He could burn his
Hellish
reaction right
rebuke?
now, yeah.
He could burn his reaction. Can you hellish rebuke a hellish rebuke?
If you're hit with any kind of an attack.
Yeah. I don't see what. This is too. Brother and sister, wait, you stop it. No, you stop it, right?
I'm telling Mom.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, hellish rebuke.
Cool.
I'm getting the book and I'm telling Mom.
Oh wait, I don't roll for that. You roll for that.
Okay. Oh, I need to roll my save. Okay. For it is to him it's 15 points of damage.
So half that since I'm resistant to fire.
Right.
Would be-
And you did this. You rolled 3d10.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
So that is. Oh, we're
And
rounding
then
down or
I
rounding
need
up?
to make a dex save 15. That was a nat
Down,
20.
so 7.
Yep. So you're gonna take half damage from whatever this.
And
hellish
it's half
rebuke-
of half because I'm also resistant to fire.
It's half of half.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so half of 20. Yeah.
So half of 20.
5.
Got
Yeah.
it.
First volley is 18 points to.
When I hellish rebuke, I'm gonna activate the flames of Did I get this?
Does that take a reaction to activate?
When you roll fire damage for a spell you cast. No, when you cast a spell that deals fire damage, you can wreath yourself in flames that don't harm you and sheds a bright light out 30 feet. So I've cast a spell that deals fire damage, so...
Okay. In the future, we're going to need to look and see, because that's a lot of things to do in one turn. For this, I'm down for it.
Okay.
Especially because it's just like you're just channeling a little bit of that energy. Dev lights up. Dev is wreathed in flames that look like they're traveling up and down his body.
As a bonus action, I'm going to burn sorcery points so I can cast Shock and Grasp. I'm going to get in close and cast Shock and Grasp.
Okay, so hit. The Hellish Rebuke.
Action, reaction,
Hellish Rebuke back.
reaction. Now I'm going for my bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay.
Hashtag.
So that's going to be a 10, so it's going to miss.
Okay.
But I am right on you.
He is up in your space as he has crossed the distance to you.
Hello.
And when you start your turn, doesn't she take some damage at the start of her turn?
No.
Only if she hits with a melee attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. God, this is gonna be weird.
It just elevated the water, just like, dang.
The whole audience is like, when you were like, all right, let's extend this, make it a little.
Let's make this look good for mom and dad. Okay, and just like any proper siblings, just lay into each
The
other.
whole audience is just taken aback by the sheer damage and unleashing a force right at the jump of this fight.
Okay. I don't know. I want to do this, but I don't know if this is going to be bad to get in the extra. Okay. I would like to go invisible.
Okay.
I want to yank really hard on his hair and then fly off like 20 feet. I understand that number one, he's going to get an attack of opportunity, but I'm hoping it's at disadvantage because I'm invisible. Second of all, I understand I can only get 20 feet out of range.
If you yank his, hang on. So here's the deal: if you go invisible and then you yank his
that's
hair,
an attack. It would have to be yank and invisible. That's fine.
You could
invisible move. And I know I can only get 20 feet out of his reach, but he can't see me.
Is this a surface yank of his hair? Like I'm just teasing you?
This is not injuring him. This is annoying him.
You're annoying him.
I'm annoying him. I'm not trying to get damage. I'm trying to annoy him.
As your bonus action, I would let you annoy him.
Okay.
You are going to take.
I want him to make an annoyed face.
You are going to take fire damage because you are reaching out and grabbing him.
I'll take it.
Give me. Give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
I could be intimidation or
intimidation's
performance.
Fine. It's not great, but it's a 14.
The first time you do something that's not purely attack, where you're just trying to ham it up for the crowd immediately goes nuts. Like the crowd is all about it. They're laughing, and you see people imitating the move out in the like the pulling of the hair and stuff like that. Poor Janice is getting the crap out of his hair pulled like in the back and stuff like that. But you pull the hair and then you turn invisible and then shoot up towards the ceiling.
I'm using my movement to try to get as far away as I can from him, just to make it harder for him to find me.
Yeah, I don't think.
I know I can only get 20 feet, but he doesn't know what direction I'm going in.
What's your passive?
That's probably gonna be a stealthy check.
What's your passive perception, pal?
Passive perception is
Not you.
10.
10.
It's not great.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll at advantage, please.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that was a nat 1. Luckily, it was at advantage, so it's a 10.
Oh,
I have a plus 0 to
beats it. So
and it doesn't count. My pluses are.
It's
only
too
for
good
attacks.
for me not to do. Let's have a straight up roll off. Passive perception hits. She's invisible. A D20, highest D20. You know right where she was. You can take a swipe at her.
He won.
What was yours?
Mine was only an 8.
11.
So you know where
your sister.
You know where she is.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you have burned your reaction.
I know.
At this point, to be able to do anything to her.
But she yanked on my hair, so I get to roll for the flames, right?
Oh, I just got hit though, didn't I?
What?
Oh, I thought I put in damage for that. Maybe I didn't. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, give me a D4 for the flames.
Okay. That's going to be a 4 fire, so that'll be halved for you to 2.
When you decided to pull his hair.
I know.
And then that will land an attack, so she'll be visible, or did she do that?
She has
No,
to.
I-
She has
did
to
that
make an
before.
attack.
Did that.
So cool.
Invisible.
Cool.
Yeah. So she is up on the ceiling. Kids, this is your chance to do anything that you would like in the crowd and things like that if you're trying to sway people. The crowd so far starts to cheer, and because she did this move that was just kind of making fun of you,
Yeah.
the crowd is on her side. You now have the boon of the crowd on your side. Okay. For your next turn, you can either do a +1 to an attack, a +1 to damage. And while the crowd is on your side, they just starts accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. So right now you're at a +1. The more of the crowd that gets on your side, it could go to a +2.
Okay.
So right now, +1 to damage and +1 to attacks.
Oh.
Okay. I need a sleight of hand from you.
16.
Okay. One of them is not paying attention, and at one point, when she yanks the hair, he goes, "Oh!" and puts it on the table.
Right.
And you just...
Cool.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna try to get a dev chant started.
You want to try to get a dev chant?
Dev.
You're at a losing battle here because
now.
he's trying to end the battle early, and he's on the losing side of the crowd. Give me a performance check.
Cool. I'm super good at those, guys. Super good at performance checks. That's not bad. That's an 18 on the die.
18. Yeah, you see a few people that are like, okay, Dev, and like they start like chanting and along with you. It's not a bunch of the crowd, but because you're up top, you're in the you're so you start
Something the
getting,
cane for effect.
Yeah, what are you doing?
The common people down below are cheering for Zara.
I would like to point out that you're also up there with me.
Negative.
Dum-dum.
I jumped down.
Alright, fighter!
I'm with the people.
Athletics or acrobatics for the jump down from the...
Acrobatics, please.
Either one of those
That
is
is
fine.
going to be a...
Wait, don't you make these a disadvantage because you're exhausted?
It's going to be a 10 for acrobatics.
That's it. You land, it's not too far up, but it's not, you don't break an ankle or anything. But it's not the most graceful thing in the world. How do you get the people, the common folk cheering for Zarafina?
Just build up from what I've heard from the hunters about like their amazing stories of like, this is the best I've ever heard. This is the best kill I've ever had. It's like, Zara, she's amazing. Dev sucks.
Rather than starting a trend, it's like, she's so good, right? Like it's this word of mouth, like,
I traveled with her. She's great. She's amazing.
I just want you up there going, Dev, and him down there waiting after every time you say Dev to go, sucks.
Shit's weak.
I've got this light hammer. It'd be a shame if something were to fall on your head.
Be a shame if somebody persuasion. This is what I'm talking about. These are the shenanigans that I expected to happen. Persuasion?
That is going to... Well, okay, even at persuasion, that is going to be a 16.
16? You're less at a upward hill than Simon is, and you seem to get the crowd like going, oh yeah, and then people are just talking about Zarafina. Looks like it's a good build. Aelin?
What am I going to do with you, little penguin friend?
You should really go to this fight.
I really want you to be a sword too.
So I'm standing next to Simon.
You tell me, pal. You're either
I'm sitting on the platform next to Simon.
You're sitting on the platform next to Simon.
And I'm playing with my jug of alchemy that I just got.
Okay.
Oh.
No. Yes.
Nothing good is about to
I
happen.
approve of all of this.
So I'm just naming things
Okay.
that I think it might be able to make and taking the cork out.
What's the few things that you name?
So I'm gonna name. Let's see. Oh no. Stardust. And I'll open a cork. Okay, and then I'll go.
I'll let you name 2 more things.
Penguin spit. I mean, I open it. Nothing.
Actually, how could I say no? You smell something rather fishy in the jug.
And then
Puts
I
the
turn
lid
it
back
towards
on.
Simon.
Puts the lid back on.
Puts the candle back. Yep, it's a very fishy smell
liver.
emanating
In
from
an
the jug.
attempt to make him stop chanting death.
2 more have words after this.
I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Absolute. I mean, I'm proud of the idea, but I'm a little mad.
I was gonna do oil. I was trying to think of things that weren't in there.
How could I say no to an
Can't say
alchemy
no.
jug that does things like penguin spit? Hi, welcome to Indigo Chameleon. If this is your first night,
Strap in, you're in for a ride.
yeah, I would need some.
That's a 12.
Deb.
Are you trying to get me seasick again? Because I'm going to Ralph into your jug.
Deb.
Don't worry, something a whole new. A whole new cork.
Yeah,
no, keep it up.
the chanting is somewhat interrupted by just that fish smell. You immediately flash back to your time on the ship.
Yes.
Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far away. Okay.
And when he stops, I'll join him on Zara.
Okay. All right. There is.
I'm glad you were the one I gave my stuff to.
Right?
Here, hold my stuff.
We're just trying to drag out the fight a little bit.
We go back to the top of the initiative order.
Sorry, I'm going for one.
Back to the top of the initiative order. Ceiling. You know that she flew up towards the ceiling. I need you to send me where you are. Give me a geographical location. Give me a altitude. But just I need to know where she is. Okay.
And I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay.
She's a little. She tugged your hair. She went invisible. She took the fire damage and like.
Okay.
You're just kind of like scoping out the area.
Oh, well then.
But everybody's super stoked to see what you're gonna do next. And somebody sounds like they're getting a little sick in the balconies. You calm now.
Fortunately, you've heard this retching before.
All right.
We must do what we can to.
I gave him a compass direction,
Okay.
so there's a 1 in 8 shot.
In the
If he attacks
northeast.
you.
I did not go into northeast, etc.
All right. Well, since I have no idea where she is.
That spell would be incredibly useful, AKV. But no, he is not a druid, and that's not.
You
Good.
know what else would be really useful?
am going to alter self into Zara.
Yes.
Look at me. I'm Zara, and I'm not very sporting because I'm invisible.
This is you.
Dab,
This is being
And I'm going to take out.
Sainty love, welcome. Yeah.
I'm gonna take out a knife as well, but I don't really have anything else I can do since I don't know where she is.
I
so
need. Pal.
I'm just gonna leave it like that.
I need intimidation or performance at advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because you have taken on the persona of Zara. Look at me, I'm Zara.
That's a 1 and a nat 20.
Yeah.
You've lost the crowd. The crowd is somewhat even now, but they're leaning closer towards Dev here. Okay, that bonus is still with you until it's the crowd's turn, but they're starting to turn. Okay?
Actually, instead of the knife, can I take out my potion and drink it as my bonus action? Or is that an action?
You can certainly do that.
I will then do that as my
Is this
bonus
a regular
action.
bonus? Is this a regular potion or greater?
Potion of healing. Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. We pull out potions and stuff.
I'm not losing this.
We're pulling out the consumables. All right, Zerafina.
I don't think I have any potions.
I'm dropping the potion bottle on the ground, by the way.
Okay.
Do I not have any potion? I do have a potion. Yay! Oh, if I drink a potion, do I lose my invisibility?
I don't think it counts as you casting a spell.
Okay,
Or
and
doing an attack.
Unless you throw the bottle at
and
his
I
head.
can drink the potion as a bonus action, correct?
Yes, you can.
Okay, potion of healing is 1d4 plus 4?
2d4.
2d4 plus
2. 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Got it. I knew it was something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm using a bonus action I need another d4.
Indigo Gma says Zara hover right behind his head.
Alright, so.
Sainty Love, two of our characters, the brother and sister
Wow.
pair, are in the middle of a bar and they are having a fight between the two of them. A sanctioned fight to help the bar during fight night.
Well, that gives me a total of 5 points of healing.
Ooh.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 on those d4s.
All you need is 1.
I got 6.
Alright, so I've used my bonus action.
Yes.
I'm going to. Which one do I do? I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on his head, and I'm going to give him the biggest, silliest looking, dumbest looking, like, pig head that
On
I
your
can
body.
possibly
Bold
create just over. Yeah, they all know that it's him.
Looks like you.
Okay.
And
Invisibility drops.
no, because it's not an attack.
You're casting a spell.
Oh, crap.
Would you do this?
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't want to drop my invisibility.
Okay.
Then instead, is it any spell? I forgot. I get
Any spell,
invisibility
any attack.
and the other
Any
invisibility
spell,
thing
any attack.
confused.
It's great for stealth, not much else.
Crud. I was thinking it was an
Invisibility.
attack,
Hiding from your
not a
brother.
spell. Oh, attacks are cast a spell. Okay, darn it, you're right. Crud. I can't use any of my spells without showing myself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really annoying.
So is being invisible in a fight. What up?
And it's okay.
She's got to cut this. He's putting out a ton of damage.
I know.
Like, I don't
he's putting out
fault this.
a
Like,
lot of damage.
dude started with like, let's not go nuclear. Hadouken!
Now that I've gone through a full sense of security.
It's
hold
on
the spot.
her not to talk, not
No, it's
on
just,
me.
hey, here's to a fair fight. Shocking grasp on the handshake.
Sub-Zero cast
Nuclear joy
friendship.
buzzer.
That'd be great.
Friendship again.
Okay. Well, that changed. Oh, okay.
I don't like that.
So I want to swoop over his head and go
Swoop,
to a new
baby,
location.
swoop.
I will let you know what that new location is. But as I swoop, I'm not casting a spell and I'm not attacking. Would simply dumping a bottle of liquid be considered an attack or a spell?
No, as long as
It's
it doesn't
not
do any
It's not
damage.
a liquid that could attack him or hurt him in any way.
No.
All right, I want to swoop past and dump a bottle of ink on his head.
Okay.
On your head.
You swoop by. Give me stealth rolls, please, at advantage as you swoop by and dump a bottle of ink on his head. I need a perception check from you as a free action.
It's a 15.
Perception 12.
Okay. You have a general idea of where she has gone, but she's still being elusive, and all of a sudden he's like, "Look at me, I'm Seraphina, and I'm." Yeah, like, and he just he has ink dripping all down him. Got him.
Got him.
Crowd's eating it up. This is exactly what they were expecting when they heard like two siblings are fighting. Like, you know, this is great. The crowd is taking it. Okay. This is your new coordinates?
Yep.
Okay. That is the end of that turn. The crowd, you have lost any +1 to attack and +1 to damage. I need a... Whew, they're a little even keeled at the moment. What are the rest of you doing? Are you looking through the book?
No.
No, you just got
I'm just gonna like make my way to the bar, grab another drink, and make my way back up to the platform.
Immediately, he's gonna ask you for coin, and then he like looks at the group, and he was going like bottom shelf, and then he sees like the amount of like crowd that this is pulling in, and reaches mid shelf, and pours you a drink and like slides it over to you. He's like, they've been doing this a long time.
As long as I've known him.
And he'll push it in your direction, kind of put both elbows up, and it's the first time you've seen him smile. It's not a big smile, but it's a small one as he sees the amount of people coming in.
We'll take what wins we can.
Yeah, we'll take the wins we can. Ayla, what do you?
Away. He likes us. We're best friends.
I wasn't looking for a father figure, but I found one. Ayla, what are you doing?
Aelin would cork the alchemy jug.
Okay.
Turn to Simon and go, I didn't think that would work. And then he'll go to the bar.
Give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Catch
As
him
you
by the
take a step off of the platform. Oh.
Catch him by the shoulder.
Okay, hang on a sec. Let's see the acrobatics or athletics.
We'll do acrobatics.
Okay.
That was a 16.
All right, he goes to do. You go to do a little landing off of the platform. I need an attack roll, please.
Fine. 17 plus.
Oh no, it hits.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you feel that hand grasp your shoulder. You know what I
Praise to
mean?
the Lord for clean robes.
Oh, he's gonna throw up on your back.
Every great buddy.
Can I let his grab pull me backwards?
You could.
So I'm gonna fall into him and just smear the vomit across his chest.
Okay. So
Here's the thing. I don't have pride anymore. I don't care.
So the audience catches wind of all of the senses that are being utilized to look up at this scene that's going on. Half of them are watching the fight, but the other half of the audience is watching this fight that's starting.
I'll fight you in the ring next, dude. I don't care.
Dude threw up on another dude, and then that dude fell backwards, and he's just rubbing the. You like that? Like throw up on the front of the robe. I need con saves from the two of you.
Fine. Just did 20.
Just a 20.
Con?
Con save.
This is supposed to be a friendly fight.
Adjusted 20.
Adjusted 20. You managed to not throw up after leaning back into his throat. It's just a weird scene up top, man. Ulvar, what are you doing?
Yes, voice of the people. What are you doing?
Look at all this thing that she's putting all over him. All right, so you're just going to continue to chant to get everyone more riled up.
Persuasion, performance.
This is good. None of which is going to be any good. That is going to be if it's a performance check, that's going to be a 14.
A 14. All right, you guys are a little even keeled between the turning, and then you're both sort of using that. But with Ulvar's push in the right direction, you're back towards a +1. +1 to attacks and +1 to damage.
Gosh, if only I'd do any attacking or damaging.
We now go back to the top of the initiative order. Hi, AP Gaming Real, we love you. Don't worry about it, Saint T Love. You're fine. Yes, Dev.
All
back
right.
to your turn.
Prestidigitation to clean off the ink.
Okay.
Alter self. I'm going to
Alter self.
I'm gonna, since I've got it up, I'm going to switch from being Zerafina to going for natural weapons with my horns kind of going forward.
Are your flames still on?
The flames are still on. I believe they stay on for. Oh no, they're off.
Yeah, flames are off.
Flames are off.
However, Dev starts changing. Dev starts taking on a bit more of a demonic presence here. You see him just start to grow a little bit. Those horns curve out and form a more sort of aggressive presence in the arena. Does your illusion drop of Zerafina?
Well, is it a bonus action to switch, or is it an action? Because if it's an action, I can't do it.
What were you using to assume the guise of
It was
Zerafina?
both are alter self. I'm just changing what the alter self does.
Okay.
To go from
Two spells, or can you change it with the same spell?
I know I can. I believe I can switch between them. I'm pretty sure.
It is a bonus action.
It's a bonus action?
No. It is a bonus action.
Oh, got it.
I don't know.
You don't know?
You transform your appearance. You can use your action to change your appearance in this way again.
Action.
So I'm
Okay.
going to assume that
So-
constitutes the natural weapons thing as well.
Never mind then. I'll just do the. I'll skip out on the prestidigitation. I can do that later. I'll go straight for the alter self as my action, changing it to the horns going forward.
Curved horns.
So that they can do damage.
So they can do damage. Okay. All right. Dev's looking pretty fierce in the ring right now.
I'm waiting for you.
Give me an intimidation check, pal. That's one way to
You're
get
looking a little
crowd on your
hellboy there,
side.
bud.
Yeah, you're looking a little hell. All you need is the fist.
17 intimidation.
Yeah, crowd's turning on you quick.
Okay.
Because Hellboy's in the middle of the arena right now, and it's appealing a little bit more to the showy side of things.
Okay. I am going to. Oh, this could be really good or really bad. I'm going to use my bonus action to drink the Big Bada Boom.
Game over. Bye, Dev.
It's guaranteed 1 crit.
It's
One
a
crit.
guaranteed
It's only 1
crit.
crit, and
Shoot.
then I'm going to have 2 points of exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability checks, and my speed will be halved. So it's bad.
This is the risk of the
Damn.
big bada boom.
It's
You
a
got
huge
one
risk.
hit.
I
You
had
got one shot,
crit.
one opportunity.
So here's the fun thing. No one in the audience knows what this is, but
And I'm
all
invisible when I take
all
it.
of you would see this thing go ding, 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 and like hit the ground. The audience doesn't pay any attention to it, but you recognize that bottle immediately. And I think everybody that's into this and can see it is going,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Oh, nines.
I would stop rubbing the vomit against Simon and be like, wait, is that the?
Yeah.
Is
When-
that
Shut up, you.
When I cast
Bonus?
this, I will immediately become visible, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm casting Witch Bolt.
Okay.
Am I dead or really dead?
I don't understand. With the way I roll, you're probably just a little bruised.
Shoot.
But we'll see.
I mean,
Hang on. It's not
Witch Bolt
great
is
for you,
2d12s,
pal.
but with
Oh.
a crit, it's 4d12s.
yeah.
You're taking.
Okay.
So I'm very dead.
So
No,
is it?
not
No,
necessarily.
not necessarily.
She could roll
Okay,
very
so-
poopy.
The 2 hit is a 17 plus
It's an auto
7.
crit.
No. She has to land
Oh,
the
okay.
attack,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
if the attack lands, it's the big bada boom.
Got
So
it.
it's
Like
a 24 to hit.
24. I'm going to assume hits.
Are you rolling 2 and doubling?
I was going to roll 4 because it's more fun. Do you want me to roll 2 and double or roll 4?
I think I
At
have
this
better
point,
chances at
you
2.
have used a magical item that is. It is up to you. Go
Okay.
have fun.
All ones.
All right, it could be worse. 12 plus 4, 16, plus 2, 18, plus 9, 27 points.
Yeah, I dropped.
27 points of what type of damage?
Lightning damage.
Does that change anything?
Not yet.
As a storm sorcerer?
It would at 6th level.
It would at 6th level. The potion is drank it. Zeraphina manifests into space above the arena, and there is a. It is a bolt of pure electricity that goes arcing down and hits Dev in the chest. And as it does, Dev, everybody in the bar, their hair stands up on the back of their arms. Everybody's hair kind of poofs up a little bit as this arc of electricity goes firing down and hits Dev in the square of his chest. Dev immediately is just down on the ground, and you see Doc go and lift Dev's hand up, and Dev's hand drops, and he goes, "The winner is," and then everybody goes, "Seraphina!" and the crowd just goes wild. Everybody's clapping and stuff like that, and Doc is already healing you. You are back up. What's Doc gonna do? Doc's not a competent healer. Doc heals you back up for 10 hit points. Okay.
Okay.
So you immediately get brought back, and Zeraphina, you get the little victim. You're turning around, and everybody
I
in the
fly
bar.
down to make sure he's okay. I'm gonna stay there when Doc revives him.
Yeah.
I'm
Doc,
sure he's
Doc,
okay.
Why did we get the big bada boom? How did we get that?
Dread,
lot
Wrath,
of
and
gold.
Beyond, and a lot of gold changed hands between Zera and Dread.
Zara
Gotcha.
bought it from Dread.
Gotcha.
And with that, the big bada boom is spent, but the fight is over. With that, you see people exchanging money, people talking about this fight, how amazing this fight is, and you're just sort of like pulled back, almost behind the bar as individuals. Are you two still up top?
Would you
having vomit fight?
I can't clean it.
I'm gonna climb up onto the platform and see this and be like, what? You are. And I'm just gonna start prestidigitating.
There's prestidigitation, all of it, prestidigitation.
Yeah. Like when he says, "Can you?" I'll hold up like the alchemy jug.
You
with
put
the
that
penguin
today right
spit,
now.
Like,
all of you head back down and have this little like powwow behind the bar and stuff like that. You're back on your feet. You're just a little
Prestidigitation.
The hair. Yeah, you're fixed.
Everything.
Everything's fixed. Everything looks good. But everybody's just he looks a little frazzled, and you're just like people.
Sarah goes up to Dev and she's like, "Truth, you hit me really hard."
Well done.
There's a little static shock that just goes between the two of you. And the barkeep comes out from behind the bar and says, "Anytime you two kids want to come in here and make a little scratch, like..."
Oh, that's right. We get paid for this, don't we?
He goes, "I can either give you some gold now, or you can take a cut from the amount of drinks that I sell tonight. It's up to you."
Oh, probably drinks? What do you think? Do we do the drinks thing?
Drinks.
I'll probably make more. I'll try to get people to drink a lot.
Yeah, people start pouring into the bar. The second bout kicks off. The second bout, if you'll remember, is, I think this is the dwarven woman? Yes. Hang on. Let me look at my notes. Yes, this is a monk. Tatted up with all these wraps around their hands. This particular monk comes into the arena, and you can tell as they walk into the arena that they just have a very sturdy, steady confidence as they walk in. They are covered from head to toe in moving tattoos.
I'm gonna watch this fight with interest.
Animals, battles, no sausages.
This is not grim.
There's a woman that comes into the space as well. She is not bare knuckled. She is actually she's got this really long braid. Looks human, or half dwarf, half human. She's just very solid, squat. Long braid. She's got these two very heavy axes that look like they would be hard to hold with one hand. And as she walks into the ring, the monk walks into the ring as well, and he kind of gives her a little bow, and she gives him a bow, and he essentially gets on the ground and sits cross-legged. And puts his hands up like this and kind of goes into a meditation pose. And she doesn't know what to do here while he's doing this. So she kind of creeps forward a little bit and looks, and she kind of looks at the bar. The minute she turns to kind of look at the bar, he's already up on his feet and punching, and the fight begins. We're not going to narrate this whole battle that takes place. How about this? What are you guys doing during this battle? Are we watching intently? Are we drinking and enjoying?
I'm watching and studying.
Watching and studying. Give me we'll just say intelligence. This is you trying to pick up on moves and things of that sort.
Okay, that's not bad. That is 19.
19. He's tapping into a side of fighting that you haven't seen before. Master Creep has touched on it briefly. He's really manipulating life force here. This guy is, with the punches, you're paying attention to it, and it's that punch, and when the punch comes back, he's pulling something with it. He's pulling chi with these punches. So it's not just a punch. It's like she looks a little drained after these punches. But she's built sturdy. So even draining a little bit of that life force, those axes are coming down, and every move is calculated, and she's hitting him with the blunt end or the back of the axe. And they're all waiting for the right moment where he's calculating where to hit. She's a whirlwind, a dervish, and it's the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. What's everybody doing during this fight? Are we watching too? Are we studying? Are we
sulking at the bar?
Aelin would go and sit next to him at the bar, and like, you did really good.
Thanks.
Do you want me to heal you?
That'd be nice.
I thought you were gonna say no. I'll reach over and heal him. And then order like the largest mug they have.
Yeah.
So I'll cure wounds.
As you're casting Cure Wounds.
6 points.
It's better than nothing.
You hear a voice in your head.
Okay.
Cabinet Wizard. How long are you going to be in Port Tamale?
Till at least the Gods Brawl, I'll say in here.
Mm-hmm. So, like, if I came into town and I wanted to go do something that wasn't gathering food for people, you would be totally cool with this?
Depends on what it is. Is it something fun?
She goes, "Oh, you misunderstand. That wasn't a question. You would be totally cool with this."
Yeah? What?
Okay. And then the voice leaves.
Do I see like a look go across his face? Do I notice anything different?
Yeah, I'm definitely...
Okay.
Like, okay.
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah.
What was...
Chance.
I mean, yeah, you had a chance, but like, she won.
No, Chance. She messaged me.
Who's Chance?
The person that made the portal.
Oh, I never got her name.
Oh. Yeah, that's Chance.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm still sitting on the platform at the table, but I'm just like... I'm watching, but really disinterested, so I don't know these people. I've got my hand out, and I'm just playing the dagger game.
Yeah. You're playing dagger.
Just like,
what about you, Zara?
I'm trying to convince people to buy as many drinks as possible, and if they're not willing to buy drinks, they can maybe buy them for me. So at this point, I've already got 2 points of exhaustion, so there's a good chance I'm probably hammered.
Yep. Save at disadvantage, please. Could this be one of our first carousing tables?
Drunk Zara is going to go invisible and we'll never see her again.
All right, disadvantage because I rolled a 19 and a 3.
You were like, you should drink this. It's real good. See, look, you should drink that. That's real good. Watch, and you just go around and you're telling people to drink. She's
gone.
Zara's getting hammered.
And because I have to do this, I'm piggybacking on Zara, getting people wild up like, my team just won the World Cup. And we should have a party.
You're singing songs with people.
Yeah,
We're going to get to roll carousing
so
together.
I'm just getting everyone together.
Are you choosing to get drunk?
I want to really just remember this evening.
Wait, so the 2 people that are still
Yep.
have
All right.
points of exhaustion are going to be the ones getting drunk.
Great.
Yes, of
Great.
course. This is
I'm
great.
really excited.
I would say that the fight ends with.
We made great decisions.
The fight ends super close. It comes down to like the wire, but the monk, even with all of the the blows stuff like that, she just soaks up so much of the damage, and it looks like it comes down to a few punches, and she sees it coming, and you see her at the last, he comes up to punch, and she takes the axe and hits she learns to deflect the punches, so he's not able to pull the life force with the hits, and it's not long before she has him down. He goes down, she immediately picks him up and plants a big kiss on him, and you see she's the one that kind of brings Doc over. Doc heals him, and then she kind of picks him up, and you see him drape an arm around her shoulder, and they go walking off.
I'm going to try to cast their eye and just indicate that they should come up here.
Yeah. He kind of looks over at you, and he does a 1 second as they go off, and you see her taking a med pack out of her bag, and she's kind of helping him. You would also, if you're paying attention to him, I'll give you this one for free. It's when they leave the arena that they take the rings out of their bag and put the rings on and stuff like that as they go. Last fight of the night. It's a title fight. Place starts getting packed between the two of you trying to like give people booze and stuff like that. It's the Shadow is who comes in, and it's a figure that is wearing some sort of odd fabric that has the face completely blacked out, a la Rorschach from Rorschach from Watchmen.
And under the cloak, just fog cloud rolls in.
Close. This is another nerd point for anybody that gets this. As he comes in, he's wearing just like the all black. And then as he comes into the arena, he walks around it and he's looking at people, and everybody's just anticipating. Like, you see people, like, anxious. They're waiting for it. And then he just kind of stops in the center. And back towards the entrance to the bar, he extends a hand, and flying in from outside the bar is a cloak. More of a cape. The cape comes rushing into the bar, up the sleeve, around the neck, and he just kind of stands there, and the cape, like, goes up and just starts waving to the crowd, like, of its own accord. When that happens, the big guy, the rich guy, big long feather in the hat, will actually like walk down, but sort of feather float down from that platform right to the center of the arena. And there is a big announcement as the bartender comes out and he goes, "Our special guest for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Waldorf Perryfeather." And with that, the crowd just kind of goes nuts. They're like, yeah, they're cheering, and Dr. Waldorf is waving at the group and just sort of smiling and nodding. And he looks at you pointedly and nods his head. And looks back and looks at a few select individuals in the crowd. No sort of discerning mark about them, just random individuals that he nods at. He nods at, and he nods at, and the three of them, other than him, get up immediately after he nods at them and walk out of the bar.
Oh, no, I'm also leaving. This is me going, oh, I gotta go. Good night.
The three of them get up and just leave. As if they're still cheering the whole time. They're like making it, but the three people that he pointedly just kind of like, ha ha ha, hey, all three of them go, ha ha. Out.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely getting up.
Okay, the three of them leave together, go, and they head off down a side street, all three of them together.
I'm going back home. I'm going to Cedar Hearth.
Cedar,
nope, Nope.
Elatrion is out.
Do we see him leave?
Sorry.
Perception checks, you two at disadvantage.
Yep. If I already have disadvantage, I have to roll again. If I already am at disadvantage, do I have to roll my disadvantage at disadvantage again?
No, you have turbo disadvantage.
Yeah.
14.
17.
17.
15.
15. He's not trying to hide it. Like, Elatrion just got up and left. But, I mean, it's not he didn't look upset or anything. And he just got up and left. Like, he was doing the dagger game, so he obviously wasn't interested. But dude kind of nods and is looking around the bar, and then all of a sudden Elatrion's like, I'm out. Doesn't say anything, just Houdinis.
Yeah, 15 out of another.
Regular Irish goodbye, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll go with, because I've kind of...
Yeah, you walk out of the bar.
I was sitting there with him, so I would have... like, as he got up and, like...
You fully and totally split the party with the two drunk kids and Simon.
Yeah.
You left Dad.
Because I don't know that they're drunk at this point. I've been talking
You would
to him.
know.
I would have gotten my
know.
stuff.
They're wandering the bar, yelling at people that everybody should do shots with me. Like, you know at this point.
Okay,
that
so
these two
Aelin
are-
just doesn't...
Or white girl wasted.
Okay, that's fine.
As long as you don't turn
Aelin's
into a blue
out,
girl, we're fine.
Elatrion's out, and Dead. You guys are out.
Yeah.
You would see a group of individuals that are walking very pointedly. They're not speed walking, but they're moving with purpose off to a little side street down the way, but it's away from the direction of the Cedar Hearth and Home. Okay. This fight, what are we doing during this? You guys are drinking. You're trying to get people to drink. Simon, what are you doing during all this?
If that couple had joined me up on the platform, I was going to try to talk to the monk about his fighting style and what I could learn from it.
Ooh, okay. Oh, man, I'm about this. This is some Avatar stuff. Like, I want to pick up some different fighting styles. Yeah, you know what? I could be persuaded from with different things here. I can make this a straight persuasion roll. Like, hey, teach me your ways. If you want to go about this in a different way, like if you want to go about this strictly intellectually, like talk about technique?
Using my insight that I've learned from Master Torgan and Master Krephis, I want to try to get parallels to his fighting style.
Okay, through conversation and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Okay. I'll tell you what, pal. Give me percentile dice.
Percentile? All right.
Yeah.
Second time tonight.
Second time tonight, and we'll just determine how you're able to. Ooh. Okay.
72.
72. I got 100, which rarely happens when I roll percentile dice. So you are able to glean a lot of information from this particular monk. He gets a little bit more into the life force side of things, and it's not esoteric, but it's definitely not the train. Practice this kata over and over again. This is more. You don't teach the flower how to grow, the flower grows. You don't teach the water how to flow, like the water flows. What you are doing is taking the life to return it back to the eternal cycle, rather than taking the life.
You're taking the life and redirecting the energies.
And redirecting the energy. He gets into some weird meta stuff that he talks about this collective energy that binds us, connects us.
He's giving me the 4-stock.
And at one point, like, he gets a few drinks in him, he starts talking about these little tiny bugs that, like, live in everybody, and...
So he says nonsense, but I will still listen.
Yeah, and he's just...
Were you trained by a small goblin who just sit on your back and taught you how to do flips?
His wife's like, how did you know? But he gets well into this explanation, and you make fast friends with him. His name is... Terrail. His wife's name is Jane Beige. No, his wife's name is Jane. Terrail will spend the night talking with you about all these sort of things, not expecting to run into a fellow monk, and says that they're staying here, that they actually they're ringers. When they can't find anybody, they kind of come in, and he's like, he really likes this persona that he comes in, and he goes, he's like, the tattoos will be gone by the morning.
It's an amazing book.
Thank you. No, I'm very happy with them. And he kind of shows you, and he shows you the process of how they're done and things of that sort.
I'll just show him the one that I have from the Tiefling, the Divine Smite one.
Yeah, he's impressed. He's one of those people that you meet and you instantly form a connection with. You guys have spent your lives disciplining. The two of you drank. I need another con save at disadvantage, please.
Oof. I rolled well.
14.
I rolled an 18 and a 19 on the die, and so that's like a 21. And
You're starting to sober against your better wishes. You're starting to sober.
I feel like
up
I need to drink
bit.
more.
But however, drunkenness is such a weird dynamic in D&D. If you are setting out with the intent to get drunk and hammered, like, you're not going to be eating that little bread that they offer. You're not going to be drinking water. Like, you guys are good and well.
Hey, if I can stay sober just slightly longer, I can convince more people to drink more stuff.
I like where your head's
but
at.
I'm going to keep drinking. Eventually, my luck's going to run out, right?
Okay. The fight goes on. You guys don't really pay much attention to it. Dr. Perryfeather. It goes on for a while, but the doc pulls it out and manages to come out with a win here, beating the Shadow. The Shadow, at one point, the doctor comes forward and he tries to take the mask off, and the cape comes up and, like, holds it down. Secret identity is very, very important to this individual. But you two wouldn't pick up on that. You might during the course of the battle. And you learn that the Shadow is one of the regulars and comes around every so often. There are all these prevailing rumors about who it is. Is he a head up in government? Is he this? Is he that? But the fight ends with the doctor prevailing and announcing very loudly and widely to the bar as he takes a sack of gold from his side and opens it pretty brazenly and holds up the bag of gold very, very big, trying to gather the attention, and it does. People quiet down. And he goes, You fine people are the salt of the earth. And we could not do what we do without you. And I don't care what others say. I know true heart when I see it. And that's why you all tonight drink for free. And dude takes a sack of gold.
Oh, okay.
Puts it on the bar, and you see the barkeep immediately grab this sack of gold, put it down, and he's like, who are you gonna thank? Who are you gonna thank? And everybody just is like,
Dr. Berryfeather.
Dr. Somebody slaps you, and it's like, Dr. Berryfeather, and everybody's just cheering, going nuts. You three, any sort of conversation? You just head back to the Cedar Hearth and Home?
As we were walking, I would be like, what was Chance talking about?
Oh, she might be in town. So she wanted to see if we could hang out.
Well, that's nice.
Is Chance coming by herself, or is it just like all of them?
I didn't ask.
Okay.
Did she say if Silt and Kana were okay?
I didn't ask.
What did you ask?
Mostly what? Because I wasn't sure what she was trying to ask me.
That seems pretty accurate for that. Yeah. She's a strange one. I like her. She's strange. How you feeling?
Awful.
Yeah. Well, you don't look like you feel awful.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You know, if she hadn't used that potion, you probably would have won.
Yeah, I know. Still hurts though.
I mean, yeah. It looked like it hurt.
I mean, we probably made a lot of gold, though.
I don't think we made a lot of gold. I think they made a lot of gold.
Oh, you're not sharing?
I just wanted to fight. I didn't really care about anything else. So I don't really know anything about that.
So, you guys head back to the Cedar Hearth and Home. The walk isn't that long. You make it back, head back to your respective rooms. Yeah, you guys settle down in your respective rooms. End of the night, you see the barkeep come forward to you, Zara, as you're hammered at this point. Are we very, very drunk? He goes, where's your brother?
He left. I was supposed to
He takes a sack of gold in one of his hands, and he kind of puts it back behind the bar, and he goes, here are your winnings.
No, I was supposed to bring it back for him too.
I'm sure you were. He can come and get it.
Okay.
And he hands you a pretty hefty sack of gold.
Nice. Thank you.
Nods at you, and he goes over and kind of like catches up with the other groups. When the party starts to end, like it goes late into the night. How late are you there?
Not long after the conversation wraps up with the other two.
Do you go off? Knowing that they're yes?
Oh no, that wasn't me raising my hand, but I was going to ask something.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I'm going to talk with Rael for a little bit, see if he'd be willing to train with me for a little bit before the gods brawl.
He gets very interested when you say you're going into the gods brawl. Why in the world would you do this?
It was originally for glory, and it is now for a lesson.
His wife rolls his eyes and he goes, "Were you two separated at birth? Is there something you want to tell me?" And he goes, "I understand. You want training, a sparring partner.
Yeah.
Where are you staying?"
As you see the house and home.
Yes. Let's get some time.
Okay.
Yes. Have you decided on who your second is?
There's another who signed up for the God's Brawl alongside me, but they would not be my second. I do not have one.
Can't be somebody that signed up already, that has their own fight. Your second will represent you in terms of all negotiations for the fight, so make sure it's somebody that you communicate well with.
Yeah.
And he nods and he's like, who are you hoping to go up against?
A fellow pupil of my master who has lost his way.
Okay.
I want to educate him.
He nods and he's like, let's go out right now. And she's like, it's late. You just did a fight. Stop it. And yeah. Like, go home. Rest. We're going home. And she's kind of pulling him off to one side. And he's like, just tuck. It's the shoulders. It's in the shoulder. And she's like, shh, stop. Go. And she trying to push him away.
Tariel, Janice, thank you very much.
She nods and he bows at you, and he actually like comes in for like a bit of a hug as he wraps his arms, and he's like, the key is like you want to reach for like the different points of the. She's like, enough, and wraps a arm around his stomach, and he's leaning into it now, like she's like lifting him like a child, like around the waist, and he's like, no, wait, I must still him, like, and they're creating a scene as they leave the bar. Yes, your question.
I'm going to look over at these two. They'll probably be fine and head off.
Yeah.
Oh, he just left?
Yeah, he just left.
Crap!
You too.
I mean, you're so confident. You're so confident. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Billy pulls up the carousing
Okay,
table.
can I go back to the barkeep then? Because I was planning on having him walk us back, because this might be a lot of gold, and I'm very, very drunk.
Oh, I didn't see the handoff. I don't know what happened.
No, that's okay.
You go back to the
I'm
barkeep.
going to go back to the barkeep and say, listen, can I come back tomorrow with my brother and then pick this up then? Because I've had a lot to drink. Like, a lot to drink.
Have you looked inside the bag yet? Absolutely, I'll hold it.
No, I'm looking inside it first.
Okay, you look in the bag.
I look in the bag.
A lot of gold.
Okay, can I like get an estimate on the amount of gold?
Sure, you want to start taking it out and counting it on the bar?
No, I just want to at least lift the. How much is in here?
Give me an intelligence check at disadvantage because you are sloshed.
That's an 8 plus 3, 11.
It's about this heavy.
If I.
Oh.
So I had noticed a thing when I was back home. Some of the patients, when they forget to pay the tab, they'd get things written on their face to remember to pay the tab.
Okay.
Is there like a pen or ink, something nearby?
You find a piece of chalk, maybe some charcoal.
Perfect.
Only
I just
got
want to
some
write
ink.
gold on her forehead. Just
On
like hold
her
on,
forehead.
And just write gold.
Yep. Gold written across your forehead in black charcoal is gold.
What'd you write?
It's just so that way you don't forget to get the goats.
But I can't read it.
I can read it.
Edgar, is that you?
Yep.
What are you going to read to me? I don't know what it says.
All right, kids. While we do our, like, what does mine say? Dude, what does mine? Sweet.
All right, we'll head back.
I need either,
or will you?
If you two split up,
No, we're going to stay together to get
if
back.
you're staying together, why don't each of you roll me a D100 for the carousing table, and then I will have two choices to choose from of what happens to you both. D100, you guys get
27.
18.
Well, at least you don't have to go far on the table.
Or you can just combine them. That's fun too.
I don't
a 27.
I don't like you when you're drinking. Yeah.
We're about to break our party, you guys. Worse. Break our party worse. I'm sorry, I wasn't done.
I was gonna say all these. I was gonna say the exhaustions already.
This is too good. God, this is too good. Do you guys have a surname?
Us?
Yeah.
Yes. I have to look it up unless
Caliban.
you remember. Caliban. That's right.
Okay.
I've had a lot of I don't remember.
The two of you go after a night of drinking. At some point, which room? The two of you are going to collapse in a bed in a fit of giggles, like in.
Well, then it's funnier to be in like my room because he's there.
Okay. So, Elatran, you're woken up suddenly, but like the two of them being like, "I'm just so happy. I'm happy. No, I'm happy," and they're holding a piece of paper in their hands. The two of them.
Like one for each?
Nope.
Or just
the one, and they're both talking about how so happy and that they're going to take such good care of each other, and like it's going to be like oh my god, I can't wait, like you have a I can't wait to start a family with you and stuff like that.
His baby. Congratulations.
You have a brother-in-law.
Yeah.
I need to leave. I need to go.
You and they just kind of collapse on the bed, like at one point. Like there's nothing like
Oh no.
yeah, and a piece of paper.
I'm just going to grab this paper
Okay.
and inspect.
Okay. So we're gonna end this episode with you taking the piece of paper up and seeing that somehow they found a judge in the middle of the night. And it's not what you think it is. You see that Ulvar, on all official paperwork, has changed his last name to Caliban. So that it says, for reasons, it says to have a family.
Oh, you got adopted, buddy.
So she adopted him as a member of the family. He's legally changed his name on all official documentation,
including your sheet,
to Ulvar Caliban, brother to Dev, and this is the official title: brother to Dev, brother to Zerafina, Slayer of Janus. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode. It is official. It is 100% official that this is your new last name. You have a family. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another epic night of adventuring and D&D shenanigans, where we are going to wake up to some pretty exciting developments next week. We love you guys so much. We're actually going to go raid another TTRPG channel and share a little bit of the TTRPG love. We're going to go raid Longshot RPG, but everybody in the chat, Dice Barbarian, I saw how active you were. I love you. Captain Slaymore, everybody in the chat that I might have missed, we love you guys. Indigo Connect, and we'll see you real soon.